Yo, what's up? This your boy DJ Killzown Jones. I'm here with John Iro, editor-in-chief of Real Gaming News, and it's the Beats and Bitz Podcast Minisode number 2. Um, Breezy don't even know we podcasting right now. He probably knocked out, from working on his super secret project that we won't talk about here on air.
Exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited for it too. I want to do this because I got a lot going on tomorrow, and but we're gonna go ahead on and get first order of business. Me and Breezy are going to be working on expanding the Beats and Biz podcast and creating the Beats and Biz Network. Now, still in development, but it's going to be an outlet for gamers, producers, directors, videographers, musicians, pretty much anybody in the entertainment industry to join up and be a part of. And I want to extend an invitation to John and anybody else who will want to be a part of it and hosting the content within the network. John, you echoing, bro.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, I want to extend an invitation to anybody out there as we get ready to. First of all, we're getting ready to launch it. The launch is going to come first, and it'll be basically the Beats and Biz podcast, target practice mixtapes. John has already said that we will have some IRGN podcast episodes on there and some other stuff. We hadn't decided on what format it's going to be or what platform it's going to be on, but once we get it launched, we're going to have a Indiegogo campaign, a Kickstarter campaign, a GoFundMe page, and we're also going to have an open PayPal for the podcast, the network, and as well as events. Sometimes we get invited to events. I can't even get my stuff together. Sometimes we get invited to events, and sometimes we don't. And if you wanna Cool, John. If you want to donate to us so that we can go to the event, we'll post how much it'll cost to get us there. Most of the time, it'll probably just be me solo dolo, but I always come with the content. Y'all can check, DJKillzoneJones.com and RealGamingNews.com, STLHipHop.com, and now Geek Essentials. And y'all can pretty much check out, what we got going on, and we'll announce on what events that we want to attend and we plan on attending, and we want y'all to be a part of. And you can also come along with us, depending on what event it is and how many people can go. So yeah, that's about it, for house cleaning things. Make sure you follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, everything else. Make sure y'all follow follow Real Gaming News on Twitter, Facebook, and everything else. Geek Essentials, STL Hip Hop.
You got Beats and Bitz Twitter yet?
That's coming. That's why we waiting to roll everything out. Because, like I said earlier, once we roll it out, we're going to open the doors for people to join up and partner with us on the network. But we want to put it out there, and we want to put that out there first. So, anyway, breaking news: some guy's PSN account got hacked this week, and Sony will not help him get access to his account. It seems like his account, his computer got hacked, and all his passwords and everything was exposed. He hit up Sony's customer service. I think he probably got everything else back together, but they will not deactivate his PSN, his PlayStation consoles. I'm sorry, and now he's pretty much SOL. Like, somebody has made off his account. and spent up $600 from his credit card or debit card. I forget which one. So
It was a debit.
yeah, they only gave him $150, and
Well, they offered.
They
He
offered.
He didn't accept because they told him
They wouldn't do the whole thing.
Yep.
So yeah, man. All I can say really is don't leave your debit or credit card logged in or connected to any online gaming account. Anything really other than your bank, don't let anything be connected if you can help it. You know. So that's pretty much it on that. My heart goes out to the guy, and I hope he gets it back. That Sony lets him get he gets everything back. And anyway, we're gonna move on from that. Uncharted 4 got pushed back. John, how do you feel about Uncharted 4 getting pushed back?
Oh my God. You really want to know?
Yeah.
I feel like devastated, and it's not just because I have to wait for Uncharted 4. It's because Sony has this huge lineup that has been promised, and it includes a lot of games like Uncharted 4, The Last of Us 2, and new IPs from each company as well. Like, for example, Guerrilla Games is working on some type of RPG, but we don't know if it's a shooter RPG or what, but it probably is. But I just don't have faith now that every one of these games is going to actually make it. I feel like some of them are going to get never announced or announced and then pushed back to PS5 or whatever. So I just kind of have to take
wait, but hold on. You think it's going to get pushed back that far?
No, not that game.
Oh,
no.
You talking about some
other
other
games?
Okay.
I'm saying because of Uncharted 4 getting delayed, I feel like all of the things that Sony Studios are working on in general are going at too slow of a pace. I would like to be wrong about this, but I feel like it's a first sign of weakness that they're not going to be able to do Uncharted 4, Last of Us 2, and a new IP, and have Guerrilla Games do a new IP and another Killzone. And so I feel like I'm just taking a big step back, and I'm just going to expect a lot less.
Oh, my bad. I ain't mean to cut you off.
That's pretty much it. I mean, I'm just going to take a step back. I'm not taking it like they're horrible. I'm just saying I'm going to take a step back and not expect as much.
I just feel like I feel like that I feel like it's happening a lot this generation. I mean, it happened with Halo. It happened. Didn't it happen when I thought Halo got pushed back a little bit? Didn't it? I forget. But games nowadays, I see that they are all about driving up the hype. Batman, we know, got pushed back. A lot of it is them trying to finish the game and make the game better, or make sure that the game is playable. And other thing, I think a lot of times, I feel like they do announce it too early, and what they want to do is have enough time. They want to have a whole year or 6 to 8 months to really promote and push a game. And I'm the fan of old school, where a game was announced in maybe 2 months, or just drop the games. I think what beyond. Yeah, I'm here. You here?
We talked about this before.
Yeah.
I don't mean to cut you out either, but I just think you're right. And I think
well, you know what, I have said, but I want to say it again because maybe people are just now coming into the podcast for the first time.
I would take it a step further and say it'd be cool if some games don't even get announced at all.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. They just drop it and be like, here, buy it. Here it is. Just because I
Uncharted 4 is out today, and they
yeah.
never announced it before. They would be like, "What?"
That's what Rockstar did with San Andreas. Like they dropped the trailer a week before the game came out, you know, and said, "Hey, the game is coming out."
That's to me, that's even more hype. But you know,
Yeah, I mean, but that's how you should do it. I
in a good way.
mean,
Yeah, in a good way.
yeah, that's how that's how they should do it. And I feel like when
Maybe at least with the smaller budget ones, if they're not willing to risk it with the bigger ones.
I mean, but they should do it the bigger ones because any game I feel like benefits it. They do it already. They may put one trailer out, do a whole bunch of events. We saw that with Jungle Rumble where they did a whole bunch of events. Same thing with Hotline Miami 1 and 2. They did a whole bunch of events. They did a whole bunch of they did maybe one or two you know one or two whatchamacallit, like one or two
Trailer,
demos or whatever, trailers, one or two
demo,
appearances, and
and they
then
got banned in Australia.
yeah, I mean, but that's what I'm saying. So you get these that happen, and then they go and then the game sells. It sells exceptionally. It sells enough for them to keep making the game, keep making sequels, keep putting out DLC, all that good stuff. So I feel like when you just drop stuff, you give people less time to form an opinion about it and just experience. And I think in games, they need to just stop announcing games. Drop the game and then put all the marketing behind the game after it comes out, because then people can't form an opinion.
Good point. And yeah, I miss those days of walking in the store, looking at box arts, not knowing what I'm gonna get. It might sound silly to people, but it gave you less false hope and more just real enjoyment.
Exactly. And then when you do that, then you can't you know people can't really form, like I say, form an opinion. Then on top of them unable to form an opinion, they just experience it and then they just go from there. And that's pretty much what gaming. That's how the game industry was born, and that's how it ended up coming back and thriving. Because back in the day when we were coming up, we didn't have 1,500 trailers. We didn't have 1,500 previews. You may have had an in-store kiosk demo, and you had Blockbusters before you went out there and spent your money on the game, or your parents went out there and spent their money on the game. You feel me? So that's I think that's what's the main thing that's missing in the gaming industry, and that's what needs to happen, because I feel like that's what needs to happen. I feel like that's what that's what needs to happen. I don't want to harp on it. I don't want to beat this into the ground. So on to the next topic. What else happened this week, man? Yeah. The Mortal Kombat X got another trailer, and it confirmed Johnny Cage, Sonya Blade, and Carissa, their daughter. They're all gonna be in the game. Bloodborne got a whole bunch of new stuff. They're really hyping this up. And Titanfall, which you wrote a piece on the site that I read today, how it may ruin the franchise. Now, go ahead and speak on that, John, because I already read it. I know, but kind of speak on that for people to know.
Well, the long story short is shooter games have this problem where they lag, there's connection problems. You shoot the dude 20 times in the head, and he turns around, he shoots you 5 times, and he wins, not you. So, bullet detection problems, connection issues, you name it. The thing that made Titanfall good is that Microsoft gave these crazy servers for the PC and the Xbox 360 and the Xbox One version. And honestly, I would have never believed them that their servers are even good or anything special, except I played it and it's true and it works. And
Mm-hmm.
so EA servers are not as good as that. They do have dedicated servers, but they're not as good as those. And on PlayStation Network, most of the games are just peer-to-peer. Same thing with Xbox. But this is one particular game that had those crazy servers I'm talking about. And it's literally the only game I would say besides Halo that has them, as far as I know right now. Call of Duty said they were going to use them, but then they didn't. And then they said, oh, we're only using them for a small percentage of the matches. And then, you know, that just sort of became an excuse to not use them at all. And so when I was saying that, it got a lot of people sort of like, oh, who cares about dedicated servers? But it's if you play a lot of shooters online and you've been playing them for a long time, then you know that it's pretty much the only thing that matters about a shooter when you're playing online, and it's online only. So if they go to PS4 and they no longer have those Microsoft servers on any version of the game, then yes, I believe that ruins Titanfall and makes Titanfall pointless to own.
Okay. I think honestly, I think that yeah, it's kind of in a way it might hamper it because Sony doesn't have that infrastructure. But on the other side of it, the games that are on Sony's platform, I've witnessed a lot of on PS4 at least. On PS4 at least.
Witness what?
I've witnessed that they've had what is it? That they had pretty much a smooth online interface, at least with first-party games and a lot of their third-party games, even with GTA, with the exception of this heist update, which I knew wasn't gonna work because it was everybody Rockstar isn't gonna free up enough server space when they do updates and stuff like this, or even when they did the original.
So would you
like
say that Ghosts has a smooth experience?
Well, Ghost I haven't played personally, but I know that didn't have good online all the way across the board.
Okay, and
So,
and they promised that that was going to be fixed because they were going to use the Microsoft servers and on the Xbox One version only. And
yeah.
then they said they were going to have some sort of dedicated servers on all the versions. And then they said they were going to have some sort of dedicated servers on only some of the matches. So now on a popular game like Titanfall, where it's only online, sort of like Call of Duty, where they only play online, and Titanfall, people say, oh, it's not as big, but it's sold over 1.5 million copies on just the Xbox One. So never mind the PC version. So I just have to say that's pretty much almost direct evidence to me that the games that don't use it, and then it's a small thing. Like you may not notice if you haven't been playing multiplayer online for a long time and playing it like very competitively. So like a lot of people say they can't tell the difference between 30 frames to 60 frames. Some people can't tell the difference between lagging and not lagging.
Mm-hmm.
So for some people, sure, maybe it's fine. It's a good enough experience, but that's not what the genre is about to me. It's like we've waited so long for a game to do this, and now a game finally did it, and now they're just going to take it right back away.
We'll have to see though.
If you look up the people that play shooting games, this exact feature of having strong, professional, dedicated servers, not just saying that they do and they suck like EA, but actually strong, dedicated servers that work. If you look up shooters for the past 10 years, that's all people wanted. And people, it may be different now because most of them have quit the genre because it never happened. That's just one man's opinion, though.
No, and I see what you're saying, but my thing is, John, we have to see if they're gonna actually do it because I think in EA's mind and in Respawn's, they know they got a hot potato on their hands. They have for the third time, these developers have changed the face of that genre, and I'm just saying overall though, they overall Sony's platform has been stable. Other than when they got DDoS and Xbox got
When
DDoS.
Destiny came out, I couldn't see my friends list for 3 weeks, and
And I noticed that too. I mean, but
that's
I
not
think
stable. I don't call that stable. And right now,
but that was more so on the Bungie side because when I went,
how's it Bungie side to see
well,
my PlayStation friends list on the
yeah,
blue home screen?
yeah,
It's not Bungie side.
no, but this is why it was because when I downloaded the Destiny app, I could see. Well, I couldn't see my friends on the Destiny app, which is strictly Bungie server. And then if I went over to Xbox and it had players on Xbox and I didn't even have it on there, but I put my Xbox Live gamer tag in and I saw who was on there. I saw that. I saw PC. I saw that. But when I went
Bro,
on,
do you know I can't even access the PlayStation Store unless it's morning, and I'm not the only one. And that's today, and yesterday, and the day before. That's
yeah,
not
no.
like
But what I'm saying is with certain games, and that's what I'm trying to tell you. It was on the Bungie side because
it's not
they're
the Bungie
running.
side when I try to turn on PlayStation Store and I can't. I get a game for review. It's happened to me 5 times. I get a game for review, and I go to type in the code at the
And they say
PlayStation Store,
it won't work.
and it doesn't say anything. It just sits there at a blue screen. It has nothing to do with Bungie. Absolutely nothing to do with Bungie.
Oh,
And
okay.
I'm talking about even if I didn't play Destiny, my friends list on the PlayStation 4 did not load, and I'm not the only one. And it's regional too, because PlayStation has regional hubs, and the East Coast gets it pretty bad because we have New York and Boston and all the little cities in between all to one regional hub, and it doesn't work. And I'm not gonna sit here and have a multiplayer only game and be
And you
told,
can't use it.
and people tell
Okay.
me, oh well, that's just how it is because it's popular. Well, no,
No,
it's not free.
I know I'm not gonna be one of the people. I recognize that there is a problem, but
Well, there's no but though, because if it's multiplayer only
no.
and
What
it's
I'm saying,
perfectly working great right now.
well, what I'm saying is that it's going to need work. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is we shouldn't, as gamers. That's why I didn't want. That's not one of the reasons, but I didn't really
But it doesn't need
pick
work right
Destiny.
now. It
No, I'm
works
saying,
right
no,
now.
I'm saying, but Destiny to me, which is why I didn't buy it, was not a full game.
Okay, but
So,
that's a completely separate argument
oh
though.
yeah, I
Tit-
know that, but that's what I'm saying. We keep buying the games, we keep using these
Titanfall
servers.
works.
Yeah, I know that. Taking Titanfall work. I played a ton of Titanfall, but I'm saying is we keep
And
buying
when
into
they
these.
do this server change, it will not work. And
Okay,
it will work to some extent, but there's going to be lag. There's going to be, I shot this guy 50 times and he wins, and he only shot me twice. That happens on Battlefield. That happens on Call of Duty.
yeah, but this
Call of
one,
Duty's peer to peer, so that's not a direct comparison. But Battlefield is dedicated, and it happens.
but this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, John, is that there. My whole thing is until gamers as a whole stop buying into these systems, stop buying into these games, stop
But
doing.
uh,
But that's what I'm
I'm
saying. That's what's gonna take it to get their attention. That's
so you're saying so basically you're saying nobody should buy Titanfall 2 because they're putting it on PS4. So basically you agree with me.
yeah. I mean, I agree. That's what I'm saying. I agree. If it's the only way it's going to be fixed is I don't necessarily agree because we can see
I
we had
don't
to
think.
wait. No, I'm saying we had to wait and see. I'm gonna give them a fair shake.
How can you fix what's already not
No,
broken?
no, no, no. I'm saying we had to give Titanfall 2 its first shake. We can't already damn the game. I agree with you that
No, but we
if
can
they, no,
we
I'm
can
saying,
we,
go ahead.
you're right not to damn the game, but you can't just sit here and let them make that decision and not react and let them know how you feel about the servers actually work right now, and they're making a decision that anybody who's played a shooter, like ask John Romero, who invented the shooters, or John Carmack, ask those two what they think about this.
Yeah, I mean, but check this out. Then this is what we do. We don't buy the game when it comes out. We rent the game. We see if it works, and if it works, then we buy the game. If it don't work, we don't buy the game, and we tell people in the review, we did not buy this game. We rented it. This is how we feel. Xbox works. PS4 doesn't. PS4 does. Xbox doesn't. We'll have to see.
Okay, that's a good argument. Except here's the thing: Microsoft's not going to give the servers for the Xbox version
No,
either.
but then Sony. This what Sony needs to do.
Most likely,
This
because
what Sony needs to do.
what happened with Call of Duty seems to be proof that if you don't rock with Microsoft all the way, they don't give you the servers.
That's what I'm saying. No, I'm saying check this out. Sony can buy servers just like people do on PC. They can buy the servers. Sony has
EA buys servers, but they suck.
Yeah, I know that. But Sony
They're not
can
good
buy.
at programming.
What I'm saying, Sony can go and buy, or Sony can give EA the money to buy decent servers. Put it in the contract to say, hey, you got to give us the same quality servers that you give Microsoft.
No, Microsoft has the Azure servers.
Okay, well, that's what I'm saying.
EA doesn't give Microsoft the servers.
Okay,
Microsoft gives EA the servers.
Then Sony step their server game up and make it happen.
Call Microsoft?
No, they don't have. They can go out and buy their own server.
It's not any server proven that can handle this load of a AAA console game.
Well, audience. They can, but we talking about $2 billion companies. John,
just throwing money at stuff doesn't always work. That's why the 360s.
But money. But I'm saying money can talk, because you gotta look at 343. Hold on. I'm saying look at 343 with the Halo Master Chief Collection. That by far had to be the suckiest, or even more so than Battlefield, than Call of Duty. The worst.
I'm gonna say something controversial. And I understand everybody had problems, and I feel bad for that, and that's why I never reviewed it.
Still having problems.
Well, I'm telling you, mine never had a problem. But I understand I'm a rare case. It's not so I never wrote anything.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying, John, is that game had the worst server problems in history.
Well, I can't speak on that because it's just something that happened to people, but didn't happen to me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm telling you from playing pretty much every Call of Duty with the exception of Ghost. I've played every Battlefield that they've had out there. I've played a number of other shooters, I can say, with my experience, in my opinion, that has been the worst. It has caused people, John, to trade in their Xbox Ones, like Mel Weezy from the BNB Podcast, shout out. He traded, as well as Tech Dre, they traded in their Xbox Ones because this was so crap that it ticked them off that much that they said, you know what, I'm going to come back when Halo 5 comes out.
That's fair enough. But Titanfall works, and I feel my opinion stands. I do not think it's going to work anymore once Microsoft is not given the servers.
Well, but then it's gonna work. It's gonna work, but it's gonna work.
It's gonna be shitty. It's gonna be like Ghosts, where you run around and you get shot 50 fucking.
Okay, well then this is all it is. It's like
on the lag, surfing.
But this is what it is then. So people want to have. Excuse me. Not people, but they want this. Let's just say Microsoft wants this to happen. They want it to go multi-platform so that when Titanfall 2 comes out, they can jump up and say, we got the best service. This is the best game. Get it on Xbox, DLC first on Xbox. They want this to happen. That's why because if they didn't want it to happen, they want EA to keep getting money and Respawn to keep getting money. But they playing chess because they got so much ground to cover. Even with Uncharted 4 being pushed back.
Look, I hope you're right, and I hope they leave the good servers on the Xbox One and PC version. I
But
hope you're
that's what I'm
right.
saying. It's chess. They going this is all it's a textbook. They finesse. They're going to finesse Titanfall 3 off of Sony's platform. You will not see Titanfall. Well, you probably will, but you will not. You will see the sales go on the Xbox One version every time, and they will jump up and down and around E3. We sold more than the PS4 version of Titan. But something. I'm gonna tell you this. So when Halo 5 drops, they have to redeem the people that traded in, because there's so many people that traded in their Xbox One to get a PS4.
And that's fair, and I don't blame them. But the Xbox servers are new.
Oh
And
yeah,
they,
the
they,
Xbox servers are the
they
best.
have
I will say this,
they
but
have problems because that game was extremely popular. But when it comes
no, it
to
was beyond them having beyond server load. This was
this
this
was
was them not making sure that the modes worked properly, that the game loaded properly, because everybody can jump into the game, but
well,
it
and
took
that's just
80. Yeah, it was
well, and that's just
343.
343. That is not really Microsoft server fault.
Yeah, but I mean, then on top of that, Microsoft has been selling these freemium free to play games. Like Sunset Overdrive was fun, but it was kind of like a free to play game. Plants vs
I don't agree with
Zombies.
that.
No. I'm breaking it down to you because they had so much DLC. Forza,
Yeah, but at least it's not
freemium.
the order.
Yeah, but see the
Press
order I
triangle
can.
to continue.
Yeah, but see, check this out.
Pretty
The
much
order worked, and I didn't need no other DLC. Like I
I didn't
wanted.
buy any DLC. Sunset, it worked for me.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but in Sunset, the really good weapons were locked behind a paywall.
You're supposed to order, which doesn't even have really good weapons.
No,
It only has like 7 gunfights.
I know that, but I'm saying, but so far I haven't got to the end yet. I've loved every minute of the order more than I've loved any game that I played on the Xbox One, with the exception of Dead Rising 3, which I equally. Actually, I think I like Dead Rising 3 more. But I have had a complete experience with Dead Rising so far this generation. That may change when Halo 5 and Uncharted 4 comes out.
That's okay for you to have that experience.
No, I'm just saying, it's just
but
like when I play Infamous, it's the same thing.
it's,
They didn't
to
nick
me,
you.
it's not enough gameplay for the order. I could never say that's a complete experience.
Well, for me, just for the story and everything else like that, I'm a
Like an interactive movie like Heavy Rain, which I don't.
Yeah.
I don't do those.
Well, it's better, I would say, than Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls, but it's no Last of Us, and it's definitely not
No Sunset Overdrive.
Well, see, Sunset Overdrive
with missions and objectives and.
Yeah, but see, Sunset Overdrive was literally Infamous, M-rated Infamous, basically, and it didn't really.
What's wrong with that?
It just didn't really excite me. That's why I didn't. I let you know.
I mean, Second Son didn't really excite me because I had already 2 Infamous games. And
I would say that it didn't really.
I wish Sony would have let Naughty Dog just make a new IP instead of have to cash in for Uncharted 4, but I know it's going to be good still. Doesn't take away from how good Uncharted 4 will be, but am I sick of Uncharted? Yes.
Yeah, I mean, and that's, like I say, that's what it is. But this is the world we live in, John, where sequels and remakes rule the landscape. Like, this year is the first year we actually gonna have games.
Okay, but when Sony does it, you're defending it. When Microsoft did it, it's a reason to say the order's better game.
No. I'm just saying.
You said the order's better because Sunset is like Infamous.
No. Sunset, but I'm saying Sunset and Infamous both of them kind of did let me down. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. Both of them let me down. That's why I said Infamous did the same thing. And I feel the
Maybe
same way as
we
you
have
do.
to.
They need to come out with a new Infamous this quick. They could have
I
waited.
don't
They could
want
have.
another Infamous. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Maybe half the reason you like the Order so much is because it's new IP.
yeah. Well, it's new, and I like the story, and I like the premise, and I like the weapons and the characters
So
and
you
all.
kind
But
of agree with me to some extent that it would be
yeah,
better for Naughty Dog to do their new IP
yeah.
if they didn't need to lose money.
It's always good to do new stuff. It's like if you do the same thing. That's why I switched up the stuff on how I do on the channel. I'm doing playthroughs now because I got tired of talking about it. I know a lot of people it hit my views a little bit. I got tired of talking about 15,000 ratchet news stories. I'm gonna probably do a couple of them tomorrow because that's what some people are subscribing me for, and I want to keep them. You know, and I like talking about certain stuff in the music industry and entertainment industry as a whole. But I'm gonna
Did
start
you
doing
hear?
game.
Did you hear what happened with Wheezy?
Yeah, I heard that they came. That he's gonna be here on Saturday. I'm thinking about going, but that he wasn't even there when that happened, and he's all right. So it doesn't really.
Prank callers. That's not cool. Prank callers. Get a life,
No,
prank caller.
that was actually a whole separate thing because it was people that was hitting his management about him actually because people here are pissed off that he's doing that the guy that's bringing him here they're pissed off that he's even coming here because it's 314 day and they feel like that this dude should have brought like Nelly or somebody else back. First of all, they're not even cool no more. So it's like, why, damn, why when it's already 3 or 4 other people doing parties, right? That I need to make my party be for the city when half the people in the city don't even listen to the artists that are in the city. But everybody and their mama will be at this Lil Wayne concert. See what
Oh,
I'm
I
saying?
get it. Yeah, I get
So
it.
they called his management and the other folks or whatever, trying to see if he was coming to St. Louis and all. They just being
So
just
wait a minute. How did that turn into somebody prank called the police on Wayne and said that there was gunshots and dead bodies, and then the SWAT team raided his
no. But see, that it
Miami
wasn't.
crib?
That was a whole. But you got to look at the tweet when it was sent out. It was sent out
I'm just
at
saying the
3
SWAT
1.
team.
Oh yeah,
I don't
no,
know
no,
anything. I don't know anything about anything. All I know is that SWAT team
yeah,
raided
but he
Wayne's
wasn't.
house.
He wasn't there though. Is what I'm saying, and it wasn't about
So
that
what?
tweet.
You're the one that brought up the St. Louis stuff. What does that have?
Yeah, but check out when he sent the tweet. It was at 3:14 p.m. And the dude pretty much said he got off the phone with
What tweet?
with
I don't know about no tweet. All
but
I
when
know
he
is the
said
SWAT team.
what he said the prank when he put the tweet out
The
about prank.
headline is not about the tweets or St. Louis. The
No,
headline
no, no,
out
no, no.
there,
But I'm
the
saying
head. I'm just saying the headline out there is that somebody called the police that Lil Wayne had dead bodies and shots fired at his Miami place. That's
yeah.
the headline. So anybody out the public that you want to speak to about this, we need you to take it from the top. Like I have no idea what you're talking about.
What I'm saying is if you go to Lil Wayne's Twitter profile and you click on that tweet, it was sent
What tweet? I'm like I said, only thing that people know
he
right
put
now.
up when you said the prank call when you said that he said prank call that was a tweet.
It's not about what he said. It's reported in the news that there was a SWAT team.
I know that, but I'm saying
So you need to explain more. What are you talking about?
okay when the tweet went out, John.
Which was what tweet? Because all I know is
He put
SWAT
out a
team.
tweet that said prank call, man.
Okay, so he
Tweet
tweeted
was
about
sent
it.
out. No, he didn't tweet about he tweeted about uh he tweeted just basically prank call, man, and it was nothing else like nothing else nothing that he directed to, right?
So
He
the
just
SWAT
put
team announced everything later, you're saying? Because that
no
was in the real legit news.
when the incident went out, it had already went down, is what I'm saying.
Okay, all right.
The tweet
I'm just
came
trying
after
to
that.
understand.
He sent the tweet out at 2:14 p.m. Eastern Time, which is 3:14 p.m. Central Standard Time. So what I'm saying is, this is all he said was prank call. So the promoter, Slim, was pretty much saying he had to get off the phone with promoters and other people that were saying that they were bringing Lil Wayne to whatchamacallit, right? To St. Louis for 314 Day or Pi Day. We just call it 314 Day because this is the area code, right? Okay. So he sends this tweet out in relation to I'm saying the way he sent the tweet out, it was in response to the people, the other promoters that were trying to get him to come there, is what I'm saying. This happened way after this SWAT team incident. You know what I'm saying?
Why are you bringing it up? What do you mean? Is it related or not?
No, it's not related. I'm just saying that he was safe, and he was responding to the people who were hit him up about the show when he already got locked in with Slim. Like, he was cool. McMahon sent out a tweet before that, which is, his right-hand man and manager or whatever, president of Young Money, right? He said, yo, we weren't there. Wayne's good. It is what it is. And then after that tweet was sent out. Let me see here. Something got my eye.
Because all we know from the public is what the people are saying. You know what I mean? So all we know is
prank call. Wow, this came
mainstream.
Okay, that might have been after the prank call or whatever. Might have been let me see. That happened in 2009. So this was way after he said everybody good on this side. So this was not. Let me see if it was way after or not. This was right after the news had came out. They trying to slow it down. Okay, it's very, very vague, but I'm just saying, like.
So you're telling me
whole thing.
You think people in St. Louis got salty and they're the ones that called the police on his Miami?
No. What I'm saying is they hit them up trying to stop. He was saying they're trying to stop us. So it may have been talking about the people that shot up the house and hit 4 of their friends that was probably watching.
That was false. That never happened.
Okay, well then
nobody shot anything. The FBI SWAT team raided it and they found.
Oh, okay. So they basically, Lil Wayne got swatted, and then.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, and
okay.
That's
okay.
That's
so
just.
That's
I was just bringing it up as a news. I don't know anything about it. All I know is that he got swatted.
But that's what I'm saying. So the whole police report and everything came
Sounds
out.
To me, sounds to me, based on what you told me, somebody in St. Louis swatted him.
I don't. Well, it may have been. We don't know.
Somebody get a little angry over there.
Well, I'm not. It's not necessarily about whatchamacallit. Like, it's not necessarily about this situation. People.
Right, but you kind of
the police and
kind of presented a lot of motive. Kind of presented a lot of motive right there.
Yeah, it could have been somebody here. I don't know. I'm not gonna confirm or deny it, but it was.
And if he tweeted it at exactly that time,
yeah,
then that kind of suggests it. But I don't know. We can move
I'm saying he was on the phone. Yeah, he was pretty much saying. Slim was pretty much saying he had to get off the phone with like 5 or 6 people that were claiming that they were going to bring Lil Wayne, because this is how it goes basically in St. Louis. It's basically one person does something and everybody hates on them from doing it. So, or something happens like the stuff that's been going on in the neighborhood, everybody then wants them to come in after they say, no, F you, we don't want you, we don't, so then they want them to come in, swoop in, and make everything better.
All I hear is
so it's kind of like
spotted. St. Louis might have did it. That's all I know. That's all I'm taking away.
No, I don't think it's St. Well, I don't think it's them necessarily. It might have been somebody else, and it might have been one of his neighbors. I'm not gonna sit up here and say that about my city because we don't, like I say, we don't know who did it. It could have been one of the, like you said, because people had to get off the phone, people, promoters and stuff, his management team saying that people was agitating them or playing on their phone or whatever. It could have been in relation to the concert. It could have been in relation to there. But I don't think it would have been somebody way out there, because you can't call the police from a phone number here. I don't think it was.
You can. if people on Xbox Live swat each other across country all the time, but I'm not saying
Okay,
it did
but
it.
that's if
I'm not saying it
right.
happened either. I'm just saying by coincidence you accidentally presented a strong motive.
Well, yeah, but I mean, why would
We
they
should
go that
probably move
far?
into
I don't think it
gaming.
was. Well, hey, I'm just saying it could have been somebody in the neighborhood, some of his,
Why does
older.
anybody swat anybody? Because they're obviously making a bad
No,
decision.
it could be him. He could probably have like 80,000 broads at the house at one time, and they
Well, I'm
decide,
not gonna
hey, we're gonna.
speculate. I'm just saying,
No,
anybody
I'm just
that
saying
does
because the
that.
neighborhood he lives in is
Well, the person who did it
predominantly.
could be listening right now, and I'm just saying, anybody who swats anybody has a bad life decision. You need to watch out, because that's
Yeah.
a lot of jail time.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Just
saying.
making a
So
phone
what I'm
call.
saying is, he's in a predominantly white neighborhood. He probably has some problems before
He
because
said he
he
wasn't
did
there.
say, well, yeah. And if he wasn't there, even still, he could have people watching his house, and they could be having 15,000 bars over saying,
Well,
"Hey, Wayne over here, get here."
we could speculate a lot of things, but I mean,
Well, until we
Jesus
find
Christ
out.
could have swatted him. We don't know. Could have
Well,
been
hey,
Obama.
I ain't gonna play. I ain't gonna play that hard. But anyway, moving on. But
Bill Gates could have swatted him, but I'm not trying to speculate.
moving on though. Um, I'm kind of like this is getting long for a Minisode, but either way, we going in. But yeah, I'm kind of like I don't know. I'm getting gamer overload. You ever get so many games, John, that you just get burnt out?
Well, no, right now, no, because I got indie games on PC, and even though they have like graphics that a lot of people don't like, their gameplay is amazing. And like I had no PC for a week, and man, I missed my PC so bad. As far as console games, yeah, I'm overloaded. And like AAA games, I'm overloaded. I'm sick of them.
Mm. Yeah, I'm
I'm
kind of
sick
like.
of I'm sick of all these false promises.
Yeah, I don't even get like even with movies and games, man. I'm gonna stop watching trailers. I'm gonna put them up, and I'm not gonna watch them. I'm gonna stay off of social media.
You want to
I'm
know
really,
something?
yeah.
The Game Freak, the creators of Pokemon, that game that they just announced with Sega, it looks stupid, and I'm ashamed that they did that as Pokemon creators. I feel like
Whoa, whoa,
Sega.
whoa, what game? What game?
You
Let me
don't
see.
hear? You didn't hear about it?
No, what's the game about?
I can show you the trailer. I don't
Oh,
know. It's not about nothing.
is this the arcade game
It's
that they show? I seen a preview. It's like it's an arcade game that they pretty much are putting out, which it's been done before. It's called Pokemon
no,
X. What
no.
is it? Let me
I'm
see.
not talking about that. No.
Is it another one?
Sega and Game Freak team up for Tembo the Badass Elephant. You haven't heard about that?
Oh yeah, Game Freak and Sega.
I gotta post another controversial topic for you, and you may just want to just shake your head and
Oh,
just
this
not
looks,
even.
but you know what though? This looks kind of dope. I will kind of say this.
Nah,
This kind
no,
of
it
looks
doesn't.
dope.
No, it doesn't.
The
Especially,
screenshot looks kind of dope.
no, it
We
doesn't.
got to see it in action. Let me see the trailer. Is there a trailer out there for
Yeah,
it?
this trailer, but dude, how is this dope? If you, if you
No,
see,
it's dope on the level of Game Freak is actually doing a M rated, not an M rated game, but yeah,
what do you mean
it is.
M-rated game? This is like childish graphics. What do you mean?
Okay, well, it's gonna be teen because you ain't gonna have no rated E game called Timbo the Badass Elephant. It just ain't going
Bro,
down.
I don't see how this is looking mature anyways. It's just an
Okay,
elephant that runs around cartoony and stuff.
okay, it's gonna be rated T though. I can tell you that. It looks. You know what?
It's an
This
indie
kind of.
action game from the one of the companies that's made one of the most iconic R RPG games of all time. Why would you sit there and do this game? It looks like an iPad game. It looks like a game that you would give to your little cousin to play for $1. It's just stupid, dude. I mean, I'm not. All right, let me rephrase. It doesn't look that bad of a game, but for Game Freak to do this with Sega, it's not going to make lots of sales. It's not going to be that amazingly good. It's not innovative. And they did Pokemon, so obviously they have the talent.
Well, see, Pokemon, though, I'm gonna say this: Pokemon has been the same game for over almost 2 decades. There's almost, other than Mega Evolution and Tag Team Battles, and maybe the traversal of the world, which they have brought up, and I
It's
thought,
it's still the same game, and the opportunity that they get to do something new, they do this.
no, but then they did
This could have been
Pokken, but
this
they're
could
doing
this could have been
Pokken
made by
tournament.
like 3 dudes in the indie scene. There's no need for Game Freak to be doing this.
Okay, but if they, but I will say this, maybe they just want to do some. Maybe they like side scrollers, and this kind of looks part Sonic, part what's that game? Metal Slug, part
Uh,
it's a couple of
yeah,
different
maybe.
games mashed into one, kind
Metal
of.
Slug looks better than this to me, but I mean,
No, I'm saying just the way that they
the
got this.
enemies, yeah, the enemies are similar, but not the gameplay yourself, the
No.
character
I'm
yourself.
saying
But the enemies are similar.
yeah, I'm saying it's a side scroller. It's got a whole. I kind of like the vibe of it. Will it be the game of the year? Hell no. But will it be something good to play? Maybe for $5 or $10, or maybe on PlayStation Plus. Probably so. They probably gonna go to PlayStation Plus and Xbox Live Gold route. You know, it's not gonna be on
But
Wii U.
man,
But I
I'm
see
not
what you're
that kind of
saying.
developer. That could be done by like there's people on Steam already got that covered. There's better games than this already on Steam. They got that covered, dude.
But
It's
you
like
say, but see, they're not even making the game, the Pokemon or MMORPG that I propose. They're never gonna make that. They made Pokken,
well, MMORPG is a different conversation. I'm just saying they're not doing innovative. That's
but
all I'm
they ain't
saying.
been doing innovative for 20 years. They've been making the same game
Yeah, but Nintendo
remix.
controls Pokemon. They don't
Okay,
have a choice.
but then that's my point is that
And
they
this is
don't.
with Sega. This is with Sega.
Okay, well,
So
the Sega,
they could
they
have done
could have went
anything.
and did something else, but I mean,
They
they
could have done
wanted.
anything.
But so you basically are disappointed in what they.
Yes,
Hey,
exactly. I just feel like this is already done. This is already happening on Steam. This
but they not gonna. But they can't. But you gotta think. You gotta think how many
I
people
can
they
show you
got work.
20. I can show you 25 games a month that come out on Steam that look like this.
And that's cool, John. But I'm saying that maybe this is what they wanted to make. This is probably all they had. The manpower was probably 3 dudes, and they said, "Hey, make us a game. Make this game that we talked about in our board meeting." And they're probably gonna make more games with Sega. That's gonna, and Sega's not doing anything physical, so it's gonna be digital.
Maybe, but I'm starting to feel like Sega doesn't even want to make money. They just want to like
Exists.
exist or
I
embezzle
mean,
money or who knows.
well,
Maybe they're
see,
funneling
no,
mafia money through Sega.
no, this with Sega. I think it's just they tried to do Nintendo instead of doing them, and this is them doing a game or publishing a game that is slightly them. This is Sonic. This is Metal Slug, which was from another competitor that bellied up, which was SNK, which they came back out of the mud and
But just
were able.
it's good, I guess, in a way. Maybe I'm being too harsh. You're right. I'll take your point. I'll step down a notch. But here's my problem with it. It's only good for people on consoles because the people on PC, like I said, there's 25 games
Oh
like
yeah,
a month. And
yeah.
and so when I look at the indie scene and somebody announces an indie style game, I can't help but feel disappointed in 90% of them that come on console because the Steam games already got that covered. And if you're gonna do
Yeah, I
it,
mean, but
if
they're
you're gonna
gonna do
if
it.
you're gonna do it better. Add some complexity, like
But they
adding.
don't have. But this is the thing about it. They don't. They don't. They don't have the manpower. They
That's
don't. They
not a
just don't.
really
No, but they don't. If you think about Pokemon,
Steam's. That's not stopping the people on Steam from coming up with
but see,
an
that's what I'm saying.
innovative
They're,
feature per
but you,
game.
but you just hit the nail on the head, my dude. This is what it was. You said that they don't have the manpower. No. Nintendo controls Pokemon. Pokemon probably has most of their resources. This is probably somebody that they just recently hired, probably with somebody else that's like a veteran developer, a veteran on a Game Freak or whatever. And they made this just to do something to branch out, to be different. Then they can make, maybe if this goes well and they see people, hey, like it or don't like it, they're not gonna throw Pokemon level. uh, 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 Pokemon level innovation and Pokemon level dedication into that game. They're just for the first game they get out, I wouldn't do it either because it's just like they're gonna lose a lot of money and then they're going to
Well,
need Pokemon
at least
to.
one unique mechanic. If it exists, they need to announce it quick. Like at least something that makes this game
No,
different.
but that's what I'm
Otherwise,
saying.
all it is just pandering to console people that don't have enough indies.
No, I mean, but this game, like I said, is kind of a throwback to Sonic. It looks like it could have been a Sonic game or something, like that, and they made a Metal Slug
I
Sonic
don't.
hybrid, which
I
is
never
just
got that. I didn't get that vibe, but I guess I can see it.
no. I'm just looking at it and telling you, okay, the elephant's run through the whole level. He's bouncing across enemies. He has to rack up combos to keep his juice meter filled, so he can keep running through buildings and smashing stuff. And it's got a little bit of what's that game? Rampage in the mix there too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Okay, that's a good point.
It's a gumbo of different genres and different game elements, and this is just something that they want to throw out there to see if people are receptive of it. If it's not, then they'll go back and play Pokemon, and if it is, they'll come back and okay, this is the next game we're gonna make. They're gonna get bigger and bigger with time. As a company and as a boss, I wouldn't sit up and say, okay, Nintendo's finally letting us have a few of our designers, programmers, and engineers go work on the game. Let's throw everything we got. You know what I'm saying? Everything we got at a brand new game. And then if they did that and it failed, they'd have to go back and Nintendo would basically own them. They wouldn't be able to do anything.
All right, you
So
got good points, but all I'm saying is, you know,
no,
all
I
right,
see what you're saying. They could have came out the gate harder. They could have came out. They could have made. They could
at
have
least
jumped.
it at least if they can just make it seem more unique, like announce one unique feature. If it's just a compilation of stuff, or maybe they don't need that because it's on console. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Because on Steam,
Yeah,
see how it works on Steam right now is every indie game that comes out has to have something about
something
it.
different. Yeah, it's got to
Yeah.
be. But that's what I'm saying. It's on console though. This is what they said. PS4, Xbox One, and PC. People are going to play this game, and they're gonna like it, or they're not gonna like it. So it's kind of it's kind of it's kind of intuitive, not intuitive, indicative of how how well this game performs. And if they're able, like I said, as a boss, I wouldn't throw so much at so much at a small team because this is not Pokemon. This is not. They got, they probably are working on the next Pokemon characters first of all because they're already up to 500. I was the one that said, yo, they need to end this, or like Digimon. Digimon's coming back, and they're making Digimon games, stuff like that. And Digimon may have not been as hot in America, but in Japan, with all the little offshoots shows they do every 2 or 3 years, it makes bank. So now they're going back to the original characters, whereas Pokemon, it's kind of like, okay, we've been following Ash around forever. He's never growing up. He's never going to win the Pokemon League. He's going to just travel around and go to all these different places and try to catch as many Pokemon as he can. They're going to let him go because the story is going to make him let him go, and they're not going to let him bring the Pokemon in. You know what I'm saying? So they're basically doing like a Power Rangers until people get sick of it, like they did with this last season, these last couple of seasons of Power Rangers. Then until people get sick of it, then it'll keep going. And what they're doing now is, okay, let's test the waters and let's see how far we can go with this.
You know what? I think you're right. I'll submit my point to you. I think
No,
you're
you
right.
ain't made your point. No, I agree with you. They could
Well,
came out the gate. They could came out the gate hard, but I'm not gonna just I'm not gonna come in the game, come in there and throw everything I got at the title, because if I do, and then if it sucks, and then you know what I'm saying,
You're
then they
right.
got to pretty much fall up underneath what's his name? They got to fall Nintendo.
They'll
What's
be
his
running,
name?
crawling back.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I
man, I
heard.
think you're right. I just think maybe the problem is not the game, but rather the marketing because, you know, it's just not gonna
And they
hit
threw it out
PC.
there. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's how much they care about. They want to see who is going. Oh, when the news came out, everybody's going nuts because it's Game Freak. They're doing a team rated game. Oh, we
It's kind of
like I
silly
told
to
you,
me, but I mean, I guess on consoles it's gonna do good. If it looks like
it's gonna do alright. It ain't gonna.
now that
It
now that you
made.
explain more of what makes it appeal to you, I can understand. It's just I guess it's just different on
It's gonna be
PC.
the Sonic game we should have got.
It's just different on PC, and like seeing that trailer and a few developer talks about it, it just did not sound like something that is like if it came out on Steam and there was my list of Steam games for the day, that would be one of them, the ones I would ignore. But coming back with everything you've said about it, I feel differently now. I agree with you about it.
Yeah, I mean, but we'll have to see. And that's I'm gonna go ahead on. Like I said, man, make sure y'all. We're gonna go ahead and end the show, John. Make sure y'all keep it locked on DJ Killzown Jones.com, RealGamingNews.com, Geek Essentials. Shout out to Geek Essentials. Beats and Bitz Podcast will now be serialized on the Geek Essentials channel. So you will see episodes 1 through 14, as well as the 2 mini-sodes on that channel as well after they air. So make sure y'all keep it locked for that. Target Practice Mixtapes Volume 14. Make sure y'all keep it locked to all my social media pages. Keep it locked because I'm taking submissions now, but when I drop the cover, I'm going to announce the cutoff date, and it is still $5 to be on the mixtape now. I am charging now to be on the mixtape because we are 300,000 strong on SoundCloud, and I'm getting ready to take this to the take everything I'm doing to the next level. I'm gonna be honest with you, John, and the viewers and everybody that listen to this later. This week I was kind of thinking about, even before you hit me with the news, I was kind of thinking about taking a break, and then I said to myself, I looked at the numbers and I said, you know what? It's too late to go back. So instead, we got to keep this thing going, but we got to work. You know what I'm saying? Myself, I have to work harder and smarter. I have to be innovative. I'm gonna take a hit, like I said earlier, John. I'm gonna take a hit on views because I'm taking a sharp left with my content. I'm doing playthroughs now, full ones. Like I only got probably one left for the order, and I'll be done. You know. And then I'm gonna do this is another exclusive for y'all, Hotline Miami 2. I'm trying to decide when I'm gonna start doing that because I gotta cop the game, and I'm getting ready to award my winner for the Humble Bundle for the 500 subscriber, my 500 subscriber giveaway. I'm waiting on him to hit me back now, and I'm gonna try to get it to him as fast as I can. And we having difficulties messaging. But after I do that, and after like I said to this weekend is 314-day weekend, so it's getting ready to be crazy. So I gotta see what I'm gonna be doing with that. But we're gonna step our game up. I mean, I'm gonna step my game up. I know John is. We done real good in the first 3 months. Almost what, 1 million views, John?
How about that in the first 3 months? Yeah, we're getting
Yeah.
almost there.
So you know what I'm saying? We can't stop, and I'm gonna actually be investing into
Shout
my
out to
website.
Jermaine and Tristan as well, and Yoda, and the whole staff. And Kyle,
Yeah.
a newcomer.
Yep. Shout out Geek Essentials. Shout out to everybody that that has worked with us, partnered with us. Geekly Podcast, Dangerous
ContinuePlay.com.
ContinuePlay.com, Dangerously
That's a new
Smart.
partner with me.
Cool.
I've been writing for them and stuff, but they just hit me upside the head with 100 PC games. Probably,
Yeah.
probably will do some sort of giveaway with one of them.
Yeah. So we shout out to y'all, man, that tune in every week. That go to our, go visit our websites every week. And like I said, I'm actually going to be spending money and investing into moving the website to Squarespace. I'm gonna be working on my SEO, working with the onboard SEO tool on their site.
Oh wow, congratulations, man. I've been hearing about them a lot with the co-optional and Total Biscuit. They've been talking about them a lot.
Oh yeah, Squarespace. I used it and I actually got I would say slightly better results, but I think everything that's on DJKillzoneJones.com right now will be moved over to Squarespace. So nothing, the site's not getting totally rebooted. It'll be just a newer coat of paint. It'll be a more it'll be a more streamlined experience. We're gonna have, like I said, we're gonna have Beats and Bits on there. And that'll also probably have its own dedicated website. I'm gonna try to do merch. I'm gonna try, to do different things, and I want to do more giveaways. So we're gonna do a Patreon too. After we do, like I said earlier, we're gonna do first Kickstarter, then we're gonna do Indiegogo, GoFundMe, and then finally we're gonna have an open PayPal and a Patreon account. So. And like I said, it's really me challenging myself because I kind of want to just take a break, John. I might do that while I'm getting everything set up, behind the scenes. People may see me post less.
Hey, that's
Um,
fair enough. You think I could give a message to the listeners too, real quick?
yeah.
It's just a quick one. I just want to say to everybody who listens to the Beats and Bits, thank you for checking out Real Gamer News and DJKillzoneJones.com. And I just wanted to say to the people, especially the people that made it to the end of this and are still listening, I just wanted people to know that I am, and I know Killzone knows this too, so take this as a message from both of us, because I know he's going to agree. I just want to say thank you to people that listen and you view, but you don't necessarily comment. And I just want to say that that's okay, because there's a little saying on the internet, don't read the comments, and it's a joke, and it's a sarcastic joke because, some people say like, oh, the comment section, it gets bad in there. It's like Warzone, and it's true. And I just want people to know, it's a short message, just I want people to know that's okay. And you don't have to always comment. If you comment and like and share and stuff, that's always amazing. It's a huge help. But if
Hmm.
you don't comment, that's okay, because we understand you don't always want to get involved in the battlegrounds and the madness. And I just wanted to say that, and that's it. The viewing is everything we could hope for, and thank you. That's all I want to
Hmm.
say.
Yep. And I agree with that. Sometimes I like to give feedback though, because it's just the DJ and the artist with me. I kind of want that, but then I had to stand back and I had to look at, okay, we did this much on YouTube, we did this much on this site, we did this much over here. And some people ain't doing nothing. It's not talking down on them, but it's a blessing to do the things that personally, I know John will probably agree with this too, just to experience the stuff that we've already experienced and to go to the places that we've already went. That's a blessing within itself, because there's a lot of people out there that haven't done it. You know what I'm saying? That want to do it,
Absolutely.
and some people that may not have will not ever have the opportunity to do it. And like I said, I was borderline thinking, okay, I'm gonna quit. or okay, I'm gonna take a long break and whatever. But I was like, I can't let this die down. Like, it's only the beginning. Every day is a new adventure. You know, every day it's a new it's a new interview. Every day it's a new podcast. Every day it's a new idea. It's a new post. It's every day is something different. You know, and to be on the internet and be doing this professionally, or you know, doing this as a vocation, you know what I'm saying, as long as I have, I may not have seen the money that I wanted to see. I'm going to keep it 100. I may not have been everywhere that I want to be yet, but as long as we wake up tomorrow, there's always room for improvement. There's always new opportunities. And then sometimes you do, you know, sometimes you got to escape a little bit. You know, sometimes you got to log off of social media. You know, sometimes you got to turn off the headphones and go outside and look around and see and count your blessings. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's your boy DJ Killzown Jones. John, you got anything else you want to say?
Thank you for having me.
Oh, no problem, man. Say, I ain't rocking with nobody out here but John, and I appreciate our partners at Geek Essentials and STL Hip Hop, but you know what I'm saying. I think, you know, I think it was meant for us to meet up and meant for us to work together, and then you know Jermaine and Yoda. Well, you know Yoda was there prior to me coming on, but you know as him and then Tristan and everybody else just kind of piled on, and now we got this, you know, good independent network, you know, shameless plug, of people, you know, of people that we can, you know, that we trust and we actually like hanging out and talking to, you know what I'm saying, when we not in the streets or not out in the real world. You know, we got friends in different places and all over the place, and you know, it's just a blessing, you know. So, and that's trap phone that's ringing, so we're gonna go ahead on and end the podcast right now. This has been the Beatz and Bitz Podcast, Minisode, episode 2. Let me see who the hell is calling me at 2 o'clock in the morning. Peace.